Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Valorant at Purdue game. I mean, you know who I am. I'm TPK. I'm followed by my co-caster.
Tsurugi, yeah, it is week 1 of the NECC season. Pretty
I am.
exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I mean, I haven't been so active on the casting, and also I've just been a distant observer of how the new team composition of Purdue has been, and for now it's been pretty solid. I mean, I've seen the not the qualifying for the seeding matches for CVAL, and it looked pretty good. I like the team composition that they played. I know like how they're managing with their team synergy, and I'm pretty stoked about like how they're gonna manage. So guys, this is gonna be against Illinois State. The first map that we're gonna go through, just right through the gate, is gonna be on Corrode.
The ever-given Purdue Corrode. We are going to be on defense first, so defense-sided map, us on defense first. Hopefully start that quick mental snowball, quick 13-0. Surely, absolutely nothing could go wrong. But again, we're going to see Purdue Gold lock in. I'm pretty sure this is the same comp that they've been running this semester with the Waylay and the Yoru.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a team competition. Kraken is going a little bit distant now, going on the Sova. I think I've seen
we
it.
saw that in the NECC seeding matches, and it was working really well compared to that Fade.
Yeah, the Fade. I mean, I personally like the Fade, but I feel like he has a lot more control, especially with that scan on the dart on Corrode. So it's gonna be really promising now. Now we're going to really back into the game, and Illinois State gonna be duelists with the Waylay and the Phoenix online.
Yeah, the Phoenix is a bit questionable, but I mean, if they're able to make it work, they're able to make it work. We've seen some not necessarily quote unquote meta picks here in NECC and even CVAL. So if a person's more comfortable on that Phoenix and they're able to make it work, it's going to be really well. But we're going to
we are going to start our first round immediately with Illinois State traveling through on B. A little bit of couple shots from Kraken. ISU scaling up onto A. They're going to start to execute right out of the gate. Slowly coming through. Zank with Zekrom could not connect. Zank gets the first kill of the series. Allure fights back. 4v4 scenario. Bomb is gonna be planted. Kraken try to clear Zank. Could not finish the kill. Zank on 1 HP. Allure finishes the job, but Pummel respawns. Now it's gonna be a 2v3 scenario with Illinois State on the lead. Echo trying to scan through bit by bit. Gets one on Kate. Could not connect the second one on Pummel. Hope finds on Pummel. It's a 1v1 scenario with Som. Barely going through. The smoke is gonna come online, but cannot connect that kill. Barely missing on Som on 5 HP with a dream, securing that first pistol, going to ISU.
But I mean, that was still a very good round for Purdue Gold. It was really just losing a few of those 1v1s that just allowed Illinois State to end up with someone there winning that 1v1 against Hope.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Purdue Gold is a bit cold still, trying to warm up, especially with Echo back in the game, which, if you guys don't know, Echo is Dex. So he's going to be playing in most of these games as a duelist or as somewhat of a flex. Now it's going to be a same execution from B. Unit coming in. Zekrom still posted really close.
Yeah, just trying to play this close line with a classic. It's really all you can
Bound
hope
Cafe,
for.
but could not connect the shot. Pummel with the wall bang connecting through. Echo with the shorty couldn't connect. And gets full blinded by the Phoenix flash. Could not equalize. Allure getting spotted. Could not connect either. Kraken tried to get one, but no, not able to. And it all comes down to Hope on a 1v5 scenario.
But I mean, with just a classic, there's nothing you can really try to get out of this. Vice Flash does come out.
And the shots are going to be fired, but it's going to be a flawless round going to ISU in the second round.
And so now we're going to see Purdue on their first bye round. Illinois State still on this bonus. The Redbirds have started off pretty good in this attack half. I've been seeing a lot of good use coming out of this Phoenix that I was kind of doubtful. The wall being used for this B execute to just take that initial space is working out really well for them, along with the Waylay dashing in to secure it. just really been overwhelming Zarkom, who just hasn't been able to really handle it so far.
And now Kraken once again online with the Odin. We always say Brockenstar is a real danger in the team competitions. Zekrom full blinded and scanned. Can he connect on two? Kali cannot connect.
And so Illinois State opt to slow down, cut all noise, just want to make Purdue have any doubts at all that
But
they're not on this B side.
We also have Allure just having all of that mid space, just making sure that they have map control, knowing that they are just going to be anchored on back. Some could find on the timing, could not find on Allure, could catch a really good time, but Allure now spotted. Now they know they are going to be anchored. They have no choice. Kraken with the Odin being a real danger now. Spots on Pommel, could not connect. Hope gets one, but could not connect the second.
And it's just down to Echo and Allure in a 2v3 as the spike goes down.
30
Flash
seconds
coming
left.
in. Blind Som. Som gets on Echo. And then now comes down to Allure on a 1v2 scenario. Pommel playing a really close angle. Finds it. Now it's a 1v1 scenario.
Does still have the paranoia. Could be immensely helpful.
Trying to be really
But
sneaky
he
about
doesn't
it. And with
need
the
it.
3K, with a really needed round, close round even, for Purdue, securing the first one on the board.
Yeah, it's really been, in my opinion, someone there on the ISU side. Someone's really been just taking control. And it sounds weird to just keep saying someone, but I believe that's how it's intended to be read. So,
Yeah, someone IRL, but I'm just gonna shorten it as Som.
yeah, probably.
It's more comfortable that way.
Yeah, Som has been just really been kind of the anchor for this team so far on this attack side.
And once again, it's opting to go for another B push in the terms of ISU. The Dart is gonna start the scan on mid, but not find anything. So he has to go all the way back to B once again.
Zekrom with just a sheriff, but we've seen him pull off far more with far less.
ISU pressing the brakes on it, just being a bit more careful about how they're gonna execute onto B. Both teams have just not being able to give each other one, just trying to be careful.
Allure just jiggle peeking this mid angle, trying to get any info at all, but ISU has slowed down absolutely wonderfully. And,
And now immediately with the Fatal that's gonna come online, Kraken start trying to span through the box, cannot connect. It's gonna be the Cade as well. Can he find one? No, he cannot with the... Oh, but Allure with the spray down, getting 3 on the call ad. Now it's gonna be equal. 2v2. Allure with a hero play right now. Bomb is gonna be planted by Pomo.
Spike planted.
But Purdue players are trying to opt onto
Doing a thing.
Hope. Trying to do a stun. Trying to capitalize. It's gonna be real difficult for him.
One enemy
Oh, he
remaining.
finds the wall bang. But still, Hope has a long way to go to get one on. He accomplishes with a clean headshot, equalizing the score 2-2.
Just absolutely beautiful play from Hope there. And honestly, ISU has been looking really good on their execs, but Purdue just in these retakes has been able to put up quite a fight. Even
Yeah.
in the rounds that Purdue have lost, ISU's usually only coming out of it with 1, maybe 2 people alive.
Yeah, it's been really close, just in terms of numbers for both teams. And both times that Purdue won has been with a clutch. And especially on that last round with Allure getting that 3K just right out of the gate, getting into B, was just so needed. And just Hope finishing the job with just great positioning. Now, just again, ISU just
ISU
Just
slowing
blind?
it down is not a good choice here, in my opinion. They really haven't been opting to take mid control at all in any of these rounds. And with this Phoenix, you really do need to just start a quick pop right off the bat. Otherwise, you're not really going to be able to find much value with it.
Both teams have taken it a bit slower now. I think they're trying to find answers. Zoki is starting to enter on A. Could be spotted by Hope, and they do. The smoke will be popped inside. Nothing from either T. ISU just holding their hold on to mid. Kraken immediately getting 2.
Spike
And Zekrom
down
finishing
mid.
1 more. 2v4 scenario now for Purdue in the lead.
It's all left down to Jokey and Kale, but in a 2v4, both just with sheriffs, what can
30
you
seconds
ask of
left.
them?
Yeah, and I mean, Purdue have a lot of that mid control that could cause just limited options for ISU to capitalize. And look at this positioning by Hope. This could be great, and he gets 1. He almost misses the second one, but accomplishes it. And now Purdue is in the lead, 3-2.
Absolutely beautifully played there from Purdue. They know that ISU is on this weaker buy, and so they opt to just let them come to the defense and just hold. But ISU doesn't really know what to do in this situation, so they just kind of fold and are left scrambling to come up
Yeah,
with
and
anything.
if you guys, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys pay attention, they're once again going to B side, since I don't know if they're like just stuck on like B executes, or they don't know like if there's another side.
They might think we're playing all random one side, except not random.
I mean, it does really feel like it. The Hunter's Fury immediately coming online, could not find any value from Kraken.
Yeah, it comes out quite early, but
Deploying drone.
I feel like that's a little bit of a wasted ult.
Joke's over.
But But now it's going to be 2 ults from Purdue. I mean, from ISU. My apologies. Zekrom getting on Zinc on the ult. So it's going to be a 5v4 retake now.
Spike planted.
They have done a really good job.
Psalm
ISU
with
of
this
just
paranoia
on
at
their
the ready.
Gonna fall back here.
Hope with divergent paths cannot connect, but the entire team of
Player
Purdue
standing.
falling to a Palmo, but Hope, oh, he
Just
cannot finish the
barely.
last kill, and Palmo finishing the job with a 3K, equalizing once again the scoreboard.
And so Purdue Gold, once again, as their match tied by ISU. Purdue had a pretty good theory there. It was just honestly a bit of mismanagement of util, really. Especially that Hunter's Fury coming out so early from Kraken.
Yeah,
I get that you want to get as many uses out of it per half that you can, but it really just felt like it was pretty immaturely used there.
It was really just out of the gate. And once again, it's going to be a B execute coming online.
Steel Garden used to push these Purdue players back, as well as to saturate. But
1 kill
Zekrom's
down
gonna
from
find
Zekrom,
one.
cannot connect the second. Equal terms. Psalm does get a tag.
Deploying drone.
Spike
Bomb is going to
planted.
be planted, and now it's going to be a 4v4 retake.
There.
Purdue is going to be scattered throughout CT and mid. Kale finds the first kill onto Echo.
There, take them.
Hope equalizes.
But the Nightfall comes out, does reveal that Kraken is in mid.
And
Almost
Palmo
gonna
once
be-
again just making work, and it now comes at Kraken in a 1v2 scenario. Can he find Palmo? He does! Can he find Psalm?
Concentrate.
Finds the head, could not connect, and the blind coming in. And just teleporting. Cannot finish the job. ISU again. And I feel like they're just going on to B every single time, and Purdue like feel like they're gonna change.
Yeah,
But
Purdue, they're just like, surely
have
they go
not.
away. Surely they go away eventually. But gotta stop gambling really, and honestly, ISU doesn't really seem to
They don't
intend to
budge out of
change.
B.
Maybe send a little bit more
Watch
pressure mid here, but oh, Phoenix is heading towards A. Nobody panic.
We are gonna have a more of a mid push from ISU.
Kraken's gonna find the first though. That's Kale. A crucial duelist taken out pretty early, as well
Allure
as
with the
Psalm.
wall bang onto Psalm.
There.
Those crucial early picks, especially in
And
an
that
eco
drone is
round
gonna
here
just
for
scan
Purdue.
the entire B main, making as much space as possible for Purdue. And ISU is kind of in a sticky situation here. I think they're just waiting for time, trying to get their picks. The eye is gonna come out. Allure is gonna just hide behind Link, but Zank is gonna be watching that, and Allure falls back to regroup.
And so Kraken, the hero rifle on the side of Purdue, is left in the very back of A site, is going to be joined by Allure.
30 seconds.
And Echo, utilizing this dimensional drift, is going to find every single one of those ISU players.
Yeah, Echo just making sure everyone is gonna be spotted. Hope could not prevent on that stun,
Last player standing.
and it all comes down to just Zank with a deagle, but gets two. Can it finalize the third onto Zekrom? He could get it with the Bucky, and oh my God, Zank with the hero play could connect with the 4K.
And just absolutely beautiful there. Illinois State apparently also on eco round there. Just again, these rounds have been so close. Just maybe one or two players left alive from each team, that the economy's not looking good for pretty much either of them.
And finally, we have a change of pace from ISU on that last round. Finally, just taking now A instead of B.
But we are back to your regularly scheduled programming. We are going to be once again heading towards this B site fairly quickly. Standard procedure, Phoenix Wall goes up,
And
Phoenix
once again,
ult is
the ult's
used.
gonna be utilized to just take that space immediately. Psalm could connect. Zank gets two immediately on to Kraken at Hope. Zekrom falling back because of that Prowler. And then the rest of Purdue is gonna regroup onto mid. Slowly but surely, they need to get it.
Last player
And
standing.
Zank, once again, just trying to be the hero of the team, shutting down Purdue. Now,
That's a flawless round for ISU. A total pace shift.
and oh boy, it's gonna be a uphill battle for Purdue if they don't try to adapt onto their game play.
Certainly 3-6 down with just 3 rounds left in the half on the better position for this map defense. It's not looking too good for Purdue, though they do look to be making adaptation,
Revealing area.
sending just Echo to this A side, no one up mid, and 4 players on B. Hunter's Fury again used very early, not going to find anything. So it'll be leaving question marks in Purdue Gold's heads. Kraken,
with
just
the
with
spam
spam.
on the smoke could connect onto Zank.
Just
The
pure
final boss
intuition.
finally down, makes Purdue lives a bit easier on the 4v5.
Does consider sending out the Owl drone, but the Omen Smoke will be replenished.
And Allure with the jump peak does get a bit tagged by Jockey. I see.
Slowing it down, just waiting in bottom mid here. Waiting for Alert to honestly just re-peek, try to take out these smokes, but Alert is not
He's
biting.
gonna start to push up onto a link where Echo might meet them face to face. Could he
Does
get a
have
frag?
just a sheriff,
left.
but we saw what Zank was able to pull
Gets
off.
one. Could not connect the
Down A.
second. But the Viper Molly does get them a bit low. Allure could get one.
Spike planted. One enemy
And it all
remaining.
comes down to Psalm. He gets tagged by the Deagle. Could not find the kill on Zekrom.
Riddler's so incredibly low.
It's going to be so difficult for Psalm. And yeah, with that stun and the final kill from Kraken, Purdue turning the tides once again.
Purdue finally making that adaptation, as I said at the beginning of the round. They were sending, looks to be just Echo and maybe Zekrom with the early rotate over towards A, and then pretty much stacking on the B site. And it looks like they'll be trying to do mostly the same. So
Yeah, but
Zekrom
gonna have
won't end up,
Zekrom now going to A.
yeah, won't end up throwing that crucial B wall, and that might very well be the nail in the coffin, because once again, ISU is content to seemingly 5-man rush down B.
We also have Kraken with the dart, just getting that early info. So that's gonna be really pertinent if
Cover going out.
it gets that scan. And definitely, and that Divergent Pass already coming online. Immediately going through. Alert just trying to spray through the slow. Kraken gets 2. And it's just a sea of bodies on B.
Last player
Echo could not
standing.
connect onto Sam. It all comes down to Zekrom on this 1v2.
The site anchor for Purdue having to rotate pretty early into the round, going to be
And
taken down by
Zekrom
Zane.
none the wiser. Zane getting the 3rd kill.
It was really just that
Last round
divergent
in the
path
half.
that just sort of discombobulated Purdue. I'm pretty sure I saw Hope try to throw that saturate, and because of the mouse speed drain, accidentally ended up hitting a lure with it, which when you're getting exegged by a Whaley, it's pretty counterproductive to end up slowing your own teammate. But Purdue, they're steadfast in their options. They opt for the same setup as last round.
Yeah, and we have not seen a great performance currently from Echo or from Zekrom.
Take flight.
So we are just hoping for them to get their A games in for the rest of the map and continuing the series.
But Purdue spots at least 3 players there
And
with
Hope
that
is
all
just
drone.
ready for that divergent path. And they're all just gonna rush in. Zane with the tap though. Gets 1. Could get the 2nd. Kraken
My ult is ready.
making it equal once again.
Opts pull out does have that Hunter's Fury online in this last round. Just got it up. And so Ops to just rip it is going to find at least 1 tag here. Not going to quite find a 2nd. But that's damage done, and the confirmation that ISU is still in this B site.
Yeah, and Kraken just making those tiny shots, trying to tag them or get a kill to be up in numbers. Kraken could have a great... Oh, could not capitalize onto that kill. Psalm with great positioning getting that kill. But the Viper's Pit, the first time during this game, will be used. Echo with a...
Just pure intuition, knowing exactly where Psalm would be wanting to teleport.
One enemy
Echo
remaining.
gonna find the short range with the Guardian and finds Joki as well.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
but Jockey could find the equalizer. And it,
Just barely with the
Um,
spam. And that'll be 8-4 at the half.
Switching
It is
sides.
not looking good for Purdue Gold here.
Ooh. I mean, I understand Echo's play. Definitely saw Jockey and wanted to get the frag immediately, but Jockey pulled out the gun and he was trying to hide.
It just felt a bit undercooked, yeah.
And then I think Zekrom just felt just really overwhelmed and could not connect those shots, trying to go back into the Viper's Pit for safety.
Yeah,
But in
Purdue
the end,
seem
it's not.
shaky at the moment. And so going into this attack half pistol, they really need to make something happen.
And going on to the second pistol round on the second half. KO with the first kill. Zank with the molly, just making Purdue's lives a lot harder. They're trying to make that upgrade to a ghost. Alert finds on Zank, but he's just trying to go bit by bit. I don't know if they really want to go onto this stack site that ISU
Smoke's
is gonna
come
be
out from
top.
both
Zekrom gets the
teams.
first kill though. Zank
And
gets
Zank-
1, gets 2.
Is able to find 4 in the round.
Zank being the final boss against Purdue. I mean, going with that KD, he has been doing work for ISU.
Absolutely. And I think really that is probably going to end up being the final nail in the coffin for Purdue. They just don't seem like they're playing confidently at all. They looked really sheepish in that pistol round. And so losing that is just going to drive that mental even further into the ground. And they likely won't be able to recover in time.
Yeah, and this is Purdue's map pick. This is one of their most comfortable maps that they have in this map pool.
Yeah, at the end of the last stream, they looked pretty unstoppable on it, getting dominant wins over both teams that they played.
Hitting the brakes.
And Kale getting that first kill of the round, spraying through to get a little bit of a tag.
And Echo trying to find Kale, but Kraken will be able to trade.
And Zank getting tagged, but we'll have the molly in hand to heal. Allure gonna get tagged.
But is
And
not
Pomo.
expecting Pomo.
One enemy remaining.
And it all comes down to Kraken that somehow is already on A. But Zank, ooh,
Just too aware.
the awareness is
Zank
just
going 23 and 10, by the way. Having an absolutely phenomenal game on this Phoenix that honestly I doubted a bit at the beginning, but clearly Illinois State is making it work. And Purdue Gold just have not been able to find any success at all, really.
Yeah, I mean, Purdue Gold has been having a shaky couple of rounds, especially on that last round in the first half. Easily had an advantage.
Cutting through.
And so we see Purdue Gold on their first proper exec, gonna opt for just a default. Lure trying to get just a little bit of chip damage through the spam. Won't quite find anyone yet. Som
With
being
the timing,
inserted.
could get something here. Could knock an and Hope almost getting onto Som.
Just barely. And
And
Allure
Allure.
is still unable to find it. And they're just chasing this man, and they're eventually able to find him, but it took way
too
too
many
much
bullets.
time.
There.
Trade
Still an-
eventually comes out, but at what cost, really?
And still in equal terms, 4-4. Purdue still has the gunpowder to try to flip this around. And it looks like they're gonna
Shadows traveling.
try to get their execute onto A with Echo just
30 seconds
Getting-
left.
doing work, scaling up to Link, and Zank could have got the collat, but Kraken is just way too quick on the trigger. Kale gets 2 with the
Strike
deagle, but
down
Allure
A.
finally closes the just barrage.
So it's a 2v2 going into post plant. Purdue with the greater weaponry, but honestly, ISU doesn't really seem to think it matters all that much. Ice Flash comes out as well as a Prowler, gonna confirm the location of at least one of these players. The Han will confirm the second.
Echo trying to get that shaky aim, not able to capitalize, and now ISU is gonna be ahead 11-4. And there has been no timeout
Push a button.
from
Save the
Purdue.
day.
Yeah, that's honestly what
I-
shocks me, really.
I feel like they
Usually
really need
Purdue
to-
is very good at using their timeouts in a good manner to just do a mental reset, but haven't quite found anything like that yet from the squad.
Yeah, and I feel like Purdue has not found. Okay, and
Oh, that's speak
Speak
of the devil, and he
you
shall
know?
appear.
they finally opted to call the timeout in. There we go. On this game, since I mean, they really did not. I feel like Illinois State have been in a just have a little bit of more willpower, just playing a bit more aggro,
Yeah,
catching
they're,
Purdue
they're
off
playing
guard.
a bit aggro. They're playing with confidence, really. That's the magic word that I'm really thinking of going into this timeout. Purdue just really does not have the confidence on this map where they usually have all the confidence. They're usually popping heads left and right, but it just doesn't seem like that at all today. I mean, Zekrom, usually the sight defender that you need on defense at all times, and he wasn't really able to find pretty much anything in that first half. I think ending with maybe 3 kills in 12 rounds, that's just so out of character for him. And so contrasting that with Illinois State, we're seeing Zank going on an absolute tear, currently 23-10. And even then, the rest of the team, while their kills may not be as close to Zank, they're still providing massive amounts of contributions.
Yeah, definitely. They're pulling each one of them is pulling their weight, and just Purdue not been able to just do as much work as they should. Now going out of the timeout.
They use the clone to proc the wall, but it will get smoked off. But it's just Echo here, so drawing out this amount of util
Portal
with
closed.
just one.
And Hope with Kraken and Zekrom are probably gonna opt on that A split, which is gonna be a great call since Zeke is gonna start to rotate.
Yeah, Purdue is selling this fake incredibly well. We're seeing pings come out from ISU.
But Zeke, once again, falls back onto A. So this might make a difference. Hope does spot on Som, could not get the kill. Joki
Joki
getting
can
on
finally
Echo.
find Echo.
30 seconds left.
But with 30 seconds left, Purdue has to move now. And they've just made it a 4v5 for
And
themselves.
now Kraken getting the first kill onto A. It only comes down to Zeke. Can he do it again? Can he do a hero play and not able to? And now they're gonna have the free bomb site to plant that spike.
And just what a crucial kill there for Kraken. Absolute impact, that man. Kraken gonna
Kraken.
find a third.
One enemy
And a,
Get the
fourth,
fourth
and
and
a
the fifth!
fifth!
Getting the ace out of nowhere, saving the team.
The
just pulling
exact
the weight.
thing that Purdue needs right at this moment. And Kraken Star is always there to provide it.
Yeah, Kraken Star finally just pumping up the team.
It's a
Or
big,
pumping up itself,
it's a
at
big
least.
individual performance, but Purdue as a team has got to be feeling absolutely fantastic right now.
Yeah, and I mean, just a great ace from Kraken, getting all of them kills.
Come into
But
the
really,
unknown.
there's still a long uphill just battle to go for Purdue to try to make this game somewhat close. And the drone is gonna scan all of B main and a bit of sight. That wall will not be tripped,
Yeah, very crucially, just barely not far enough.
and the TP out from Echo, trying to trip that wall. Once again, Purdue is gonna opt for this split, which worked on the previous round, but ISU have quickly adapted onto this more aggressive mid play to try to catch them off guard.
Zhang playing incredibly forward here. Could play spoiler to reduce plans. So the honk goes out. Hope and Allure gonna swing into this.
Ooh, and Zink with a bit of a whiff. Could not capitalize. And they're both gonna try to scale up. Both gonna trade Omen Blinds. KO gets the kill onto Zekrom. Some gonna kind of fall back. Gets scanned by the
Spike down. A.
Hunter's Fury, but
30 seconds left.
getting the kill somehow onto Allure and Hope on 2 HP.
30 seconds left. Echo with this flank could be instrumental, but Joki's too aware.
Joki with that timing, it's just gonna
Last
be
player
super
standing.
annoying. And
Divergent
now Som
paths being
finishing
ripped.
the job.
And that'll
ISU hitting match point for map 1.
be, yeah. Purdue was able to pull through with at least one round in their attacking half with heroics from Kraken, but going on to not a great buy in map point. It's almost certainly curtains for them on this first map of Corrode.
Yeah, and just going on to this broken buy, I mean, it's gonna require more than a miracle to accomplish getting around onto ISU, which they're playing just superb right now.
Absolutely. Aldrone going to be used, but Paranoia is going to push them back right off the bat.
It's gonna be a stack onto B main, being a lot more aggro from the from ISU. And Junkie getting the first kill.
Down,
Echo.
My ult's ready.
Does have a hero rifle.
Echo will respond, and with the Dimensional Drift online, spots one. Kill. Immediately going to heaven with that scan. Pomo gets one on Echo.
So
And
that'll
Junkie
be
just holding that corner. Just stuck. And then Saint still onto A. 3v4 scenario. Hope cannot be spotted. Hope finds one, but Joki responds.
so in a 2v3. Kale finds a lure.
And it all comes down to Zekrom on this 1v3 scenario.
It's exactly the situation he needs to prove himself in, but it's not looking all that great so far.
And
Tries to bait
Kale
out
finishes
Kale,
the
but
job.
Defenders
Purdue losing
Quite
5 to 13.
uncharacteristically, honestly.
And I mean, this is Purdue's map pick,
Yeah,
where
it
we
was-
saw previously in their performance they were performing marvelously.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the stream last week, me and Beansprout, who was on the desk with me, we were really just talking about if Purdue's able to make this Corrode, if they're able to bring all their other maps up to the same level as this Corrode, they're going to be looking really good going into the season. But honestly, with how it looked today, it might be the opposite. They might have brought Corrode down to the level of the other maps.
Well, we are not sure yet if they're going to be just out of this series right now, but we're going to be right back. The second map is going to be on Pearl, so we'll see you in a bit. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. I mean, just going over what we saw on the first map.
Yeah, the corrode wasn't looking nearly as good as it has been for Purdue in the past few weeks. Really just, I feel like Purdue just was a little bit too cold and just didn't really quite fire up until Kraken with that ace, I think 2 rounds before the end there, but it was just too little too late.
Yeah, I mean, they like in the beginning, it was a really just slow start for Purdue. They could not like just go into their rhythm. And now going into Pearl, we're gonna have Zekrom on the KJ. We're gonna have Astra, Whaley once again from Hope, and then Kraken playing on that Fade. And then on the ISU side, we're gonna have a Tejo onto Pearl. I don't think I have seen Tejo that much onto Pearl, so this is gonna be interesting.
I mean, the Teo meta was a whole year ago at this point when this godforsaken nation joined the game.
When Tejo just had rechargeable missiles for every like 30 seconds.
When the free ability could break the KJ ultimate.
Yeah.
It was really fair and balanced.
They really needed to nerf that. Thank you, Riot, but you're still an indie developer game. Anyway, just going on to the map, we're going to have both smokes onto Astra. We're going to have that Vice online from ISU and the Jet as their main duelist.
I mean, at least it's not Wele. I literally, during VCT this past week, I went on an entire rant about how we're seeing too much Wele. So I'll take it. It's something different.
Yeah, the Jet is really powerful, but Wele is just a great asset. And we're just immediately starting Echo with the first frag, but Som responds, making it equal. And now just taking their pace a little bit back from Echo and from ISU. Allure trying to get onto Jockey, could not connect, gets into half though. Then Zekrom with all of the space available. I mean, they just have to with that just info out of the way, Purdue is gonna just opt on to just stacking onto A. Really, they also have that mid control to worry about, but realistically speaking, they have somewhat one side of the map completely up to them.
Yeah, Zekrom and Allure really just have the entire B side of the map locked down, and so it's really just down to Hope and Echo in this 2v4 rush that's about to come in.
And the Tejo drone gonna be first to spot it. Joki gets the first kill onto Hope.
But Echo here playing really patient, waiting for his teammates, which I really, really like.
Yeah, but
and Zekrom did end up baiting out that Vice wall, so there will be question marks in ISU's heads about whether or not one is on this flank.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long battle for Purdue. Zekrom is still wrapping around. Pommel is gonna be on 20 HP, and just the rest of ISU is gonna be on main. Pommel getting that first kill.
Zekrom able to find
responding,
one.
and it all comes down to Zekrom on this 1v3. As they just clear so much, and none the wiser. Pommel finishing the job, getting the pistol round towards ISU.
Yeah, not the best retake from Purdue there, but gonna have to make do with what they have. Illinois State gonna be purchasing quite a few really good weapons in this second round, and Purdue, they're gonna need to just bounce back as quick as they can.
Yeah, and they just really need to shake off their dust, try to just fire it up, especially since they were down a lot on Corrode. So hopefully a change of pace would be just really great for them.
And this Purdue opener is pretty weird. Gonna call these 3 players over pretty immediately after not having anyone stationed on the
entire
side.
team is gonna retaliate onto just going back.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a 5v5 going into this post plant. Zekrom's gonna find the first
kill. It's second kill now with Echo online. Joki responds, and it all comes down to Echo with a classic, and just
what
not
can you
being
ask
able.
for? A second round for ISU, but was kind of expected. Again, they did have the much stronger weaponry, but Purdue here, 5 Vandals on the board. This is their first shot to really fire back at this ISU squad on level footing since that pistol.
Yeah, and if you look at the scoreboard from Purdue Gold, now Zekrom and Echo are going to be top frags. Just a little bit of, just a reversal from last game where it was just really just all the frags from Kraken. And Echo responding first, immediately taking the kill onto Zank. And now they're going to play a bit just more passive from Purdue, knowing that they have numbers and the gun advantage. So just play it safe.
Allure gonna want to be locking down mid, as ISU does want to be taking a lot of this control.
Yeah, they do have mid control, but they have still not decided on where to head. Still choosing direction, and both teams have not budged. Nothing. And now with Teho,
Yeah, missiles push Allure back.
and Allure could catch a great timing, just waiting on it.
So Allure
And Allure just playing a
On this
bit
one
too
could
safe,
be
and Pommel gets the
lethal.
first kill. Oh, saw Pommel just
30
being
seconds
just
left.
super aware and dodging the
Spike
flash.
planted.
Jockey with the upgrade and just immediate shutdown from ISU
Yeah,
on their bonus.
Purdue really just not looking all together in that round. Allure could have had quite possibly one of the best flanks I've seen in a Purdue series, but just too sheepish to go out, especially after Palma was able to find 2 with a Sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, Allure could have played that really well, but just waited a bit too late, and they were already just going on to site. And especially with just Pommel just tracking their heads. It's going to be really difficult. And now Purdue, once again, it's going to be a long uphill battle. Echo finding one, and going to be suppressed with the drone. Could not teleport back. It's going to be just
Go ahead.
so bad for
Stand
him.
your ground.
And that Teho ult is going to cause a lot of problems for Zekrom. Going to be a bit tagged. Yeah, and just the overwhelming amount of util is so absurd. And it all comes down to hope. Only with a Sheriff and
Spike planted.
a flipping dream. And not being able to capitalize on a single frag.
That'll be a flawless round for ISU. 4 in a row. Purdue have yet to really make any meaningful progress at all.
Yeah, they have not. They really just are stuck into this position where they're just getting overwhelmed, or they're just getting those. They're just getting out fragged
Yeah,
by positioning, or
it really just seems like Purdue, their teamwork is just shaken up, and they're not really playing for each other's lives. They're really just taking these 1v1s and letting them fall.
But what is going to be interesting is Hope has the op online,
Blocking vision.
so this could change things a bit if used properly. Hope just holding that B long line while the rest of the team will scatter elsewhere. The drone will be spotted. Jockey will, I think, spotted onto Allure, and Allure being quick on the trigger, getting onto Jockey.
Astral Divide does come out, so ISU won't have to worry about Art or Garden at all. As Pomo goes into plan, but Kraken with the spray,
Spike planted.
not gonna quite find
Could not
anything,
find
but
the wall bang.
still good pressure nonetheless. So it's a 4v5 going into this retake.
And Hope getting the first frag of the retake. Zekrom getting his one. Both players are gonna play back on this
could be
post plant.
Exactly the response Purdue needs. They've got 4 players trained on the
Pomo
exact
getting
same
that
angle.
first frag. Could not connect, and Hope with the final kill. Now Purdue getting the first
Come
one
on,
on the
please.
board.
Finally
really
able-
needed.
Yeah, really needed it, and just finally able to make something happen. And again, it was really just through that much better than anything else and anything else we've seen so far this map.
Yeah, I mean, Purdue finally changing the tides on this map. Illinois State has been just pretty dominant on it, and I mean, also with their economy, they're just super comfortable losing these next 2 rounds even, since they upgraded on the 3rd round, and they just lost it on. Yeah, they lost it on the 5th round.
So Prowler goes out, tries to clear anything, won't quite find anything of note just yet. Zank dashes in, will get hit by the Killjoy mollies.
And
As
it's
well as
just
this alarm bot.
overwhelmed by the amount of util. Doki responds with 2 of his own kills. Gonna be equal terms.
Spike planted.
Now going on to the retake. Hope getting the first frag. Joki getting hindered.
One enemy remaining.
And then with the dimensional drift helping spotting the enemies will secure the 2nd round for Purdue.
And Hope getting that op online so early is really just going to be amazing for Purdue. In the games last Monday, Hope with the op was pretty much unstoppable, really just making anything happen as long as they had that weapon in hand, even on retakes.
Yeah, and I mean ISU just still comfortably on their economy, buying their full loadout once again, and I'm pretty sure Jockey still has their ult online, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Since
most
the overlay
likely.
is still broken.
But Purdue does have 3 ultimates
Taking
of
that
their
back.
own.
Yeah, and once again, ISU is just gonna opt to go A, which is what we saw on Corrode, where they just stuck to one side for most of the half, and they did not budge, which sometimes
But-
worked, and then
Right
Purdue
as
somewhat
you say
adapted.
that, ISU look to just create a tiny bit of pressure A to just keep those players there, but they're heading towards mid, likely going to be going down street here.
Yeah, and really, they don't have a lot of firepower except for Allure trying to get in. Allure getting spotted from the Prowler, could not connect onto Zank. Now they're gonna start doing their push, and then Hope with the first op. The divergent paths coming online as well. Could not capitalize onto Zank. And he survives with 1 HP. Oh, but Zank with the wall bang finally finishing the job. Kraken, ooh, getting the 140 onto Zank on the head tap. Zank on an ace watch here,
Bring them down.
but on low HP. What can you ask
Last
for?
player standing.
And yeah,
Joki's
Jockey.
going to find Zekrom,
and it all comes down to Kraken in this 1v3 scenario. which-
the hero in the
So
previous
hard.
map. Looks to try and make something happen. He's going to locate Joki, but Zank on the other side.
Yeah, with
It's gonna
that
take him out pretty
crossfire.
swiftly. That'll be a 5th on the board for ISU, stopping Purdue in their tracks. Though Echo,
Oh, okay.
just one up. Don't worry, just one.
One up is all right, Echo.
One up's
you
all
don't,
we
don't
need.
need to. You guys don't need to.
But Zekrom here, pretty not economically well off.
Yeah, opting
Gonna
to
just
go
be
to the
getting
Guardian.
whatever he can.
Yeah, I think that was a buy from Echo, just trying to support Zekrom. It's gonna be most of ISU just pulling onto A main, while Jockey will have the lurk onto mid. But Purdue have not, during this half, they have not really been that aggressive, especially onto mid.
Yeah, they've really just been playing passive, and I wouldn't say that that's necessarily what's been having these rounds go ISU's way, but it certainly isn't helping. They're really just allowing ISU to take a lot of this extremity space pretty early, aside from this B site, which ISU hasn't contested at all. they've been content to just throw down their Vice Wall to prevent an obvious flank.
And the execute is gonna come online from ISU.
Armageddon will be used. Zekrom nearly gonna find Zank there. He's gonna end
Oh,
up
and
finding
with that
one.
scan, it's gonna be perfect. Getting 2 there from Zekrom and from Allure.
And the Nightfall comes out from Kraken.
One enemy remaining.
And just beautiful team play there from Purdue.
Sea of bodies that Purdue have accomplished to kill. Now,
Just
just
a
closing the
complete-
gap a bit by bit.
A complete tonal shift here in terms of team play on this map of Pearl. Purdue, even just those first 4 rounds, they weren't looking good. They weren't looking like they were fighting together. But that last round was just such a symphony of perfectly placed util for each other, and it just played out perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. And I like the idea where they adapted more onto that last round with Hope just holding street instead of long. And once again, they're gonna have that like just a like lurk of Echo just full pushing onto B long. But once again, it seems that it's gonna be once again Hope getting that first frag. It's pushing the brakes a bit, just holding that tight angle. And then Echo as well with all that space on B main. But it looks like ISU might have that option to just wrap around on R through connector.
It does look to be what they're going for. But Allure and Kraken do seem to be aware of the possibility.
Yeah, and I think they heard the jump spot that Pomo did on the door of street. So I think they're aware because of that sound cue. And still, ISU is kind of like dispersed throughout the map, just
30
trying to
seconds
find just opening frags.
Yeah, Hope and Kale really still just locked in this standoff on B lane. But that lockdown
And that
will be
lockdown
initiated.
immediately popped and then destroyed by ISU. And Hope with the first frag could not connect that to Pomo. He has to fall back now.
But that's
And
Spike
yeah,
goes
that's gonna
down
be
too late.
just a round over. Allure and Kraken getting the final kills, closing the gap to only 1 round difference for Purdue, 4-5. And now finally a tonal shift throughout the series. Purdue is starting to get a bit more leverage, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be a not a tech pause, a technical timeout for ISU, since they really cannot go past especially that dangerous op that Hope has online.
Yeah, it was really just ISU's fear at executing last round that ended up having it go the way of Purdue. They really just, I think, quieted down for far too long. And then by the time they wanted to execute, Zekrom was content to just rip the Killjoy ult. And although Illinois State did break it pretty immediately, they didn't want to end up dealing with it. And so they ended up trying to rush into an operator with 10 seconds left. And that's just never going to end up well for you, really.
Yeah, and ISU now they are on just a bit of pressure with Purdue Gold slowly building up their pace, building up that snowball that they have they're just creating bit by bit. And for now, it's doing just real wonders. The only concern that I have was the only concern that I have was Zekrom just popping the ult.
And so the Blade Storm will be utilized on this eco round here for ISU. Starts the push out. Allure gonna once again be pushed back, but Hope not with an op this time, but still holding the line nonetheless. Zekrom
Echo
pushed
could
up
not
extremely
catch.
far, not expecting Joki.
It's gonna be real difficult for Purdue now since that op is gonna be dropped. But Hope finally takes it back. So it's Kraken with the timing.
Finds Zank.
I mean, just flying over like a helicopter. Did not find Kraken below him.
And it's a 1v3 Spike down in B main.
and Kraken.
Javier.
It all comes down to a 1v2. Kale still on full HP. Zekrom and
We'll have
Hope
to
on
peek.
opposite sides will get tagged though by the op.
And Zekrom here on this flank.
Gonna
Finally
be Hope
starts.
still holding that bomb. It's gonna be real difficult for Kale to capitalize, and Zekrom from behind backstabbing onto Kale, and it's gonna
And
be now
again.
equal terms.
Just beautifully played by this Purdue team. They're really able to just find these good timings with their teammates. Again, Hope just holding this angle very patiently, and Zekrom waiting for exactly the perfect moment. Knows that Kale's gonna need to jump spot this op, and so as soon as they do, really just pushing forward and finding that kill.
Yeah, and Echo a bit shaken with the op, just giving it back all the way to Hope once again, since, I mean, Hope has been doing great with the op.
I mean, yeah, honestly, God's work with this operator so far.
Oh, and Echo!
with a dangerous
Oh,
peek.
oh, he's on a whole barrage of ISU.
That'll be the Teo drone. Will end up suppressing Hope. This could be dangerous, but
Hope
does not matter.
re-aggressing, getting on Jokey. That's going to be a great frag, allowing them for the flank. And then Echo now. Echo getting on one. And it's going to be kind of behind. Allure from the flank gets one, but Pommel responds. In a 1v2 scenario, the entire barrage army of Purdue is just right there, ready to meet
the
them.
Astral Wall comes
Pommel
down.
gets two,
Standing.
but it'll come down to now and not able to. But I was a bit scared with
Yeah.
Pommel getting those two frags all the way on Hall. A bit scary, but they were able to close it out. Now Purdue ahead in the first time on this map. Everyone is pulling their own weight, so everyone is being equal on it. And Illinois State has not been able to just find an answer on Purdue's defense. So
Yeah, Purdue having just woken up, it really feels like Illinois State doesn't really stand a chance. Purdue feels unstoppable right now.
and once again, ISU is gonna offer that street just execution, trying to take that space. They're gonna re-aggress onto all the way to connector. They might be aware that Allure is there, and they do think at the flat.
Almost
the wall
finds a
bang.
collat, but not quite. Kraken
Kraken
with
just
the nightfall.
ready with the nightfall, and that will.
But the Steel Garden does flush out Purdue from this A site. Does still have a lot of KJ util. We'll pop it, but the 3v5 not looking the best here for Purdue.
Spike planted.
Kraken will try to get one. Zekrom and Hope pull the strings to make it equal. Hope cannot connect onto Kale. Jokey and Hope trading blows. And it all comes down to a 2v2. Just trying to bait out that Astra util.
Just down to Som and Kale, but Som does have this Odin.
Last player standing.
And so it's just
One
down to
enemy
Hope with
remaining.
just 2 HP.
Are you kidding me?
And what you really do in the face of such powerful weaponry.
Hope
And-
does get the kill, but
does
just
not
not
have the
able
time.
to get the time. And now it's gonna be 6-6 on this half.
Switching sides.
Purdue really having woken up in
Everyone note down your
the
observations.
second portion of the
then
first
let's run it
half.
again.
They're really gonna need this pistol to carry forward any of that momentum.
Yeah, it really just goes on to them and also the fact that they have not won a single pistol round, if I am correct, on this entire series. So
Yeah, not having won any of your pistols is really going to put you in a tough spot, especially economically. So not only have they so far been losing the mental snowball, but the economic one as well for pretty much this entire game, including that first map.
certainly. And now starting the second half with Purdue attacking. Echo with the first response already taken out to Zinc, and Hope trying to get that kill not capitalized. 4v3 now.
Tom is still inserted in Link, but
And has
Purdue's
Kale to back it
content.
up. And Pommel will also try to go from Street. So it's going to be a 3-man onto Street. Echo gets the first onto Pommel. Now reducing the numbers to 2 on ISU side.
allows for a slightly shallower line.
Oh, and Echo with the timing couldn't.
One enemy remaining.
Kraken gonna find one, and Pope is there to trade as well.
And now Purdue finally winning their first pistol round of the entire series, which it was really needed to try to get that momentum going ahead of ISU. And
Yeah, Purdue here really looking good in this second half so far. It's really only just the first round, but it was wonderfully played. Purdue gonna be able to purchase quite a few high ticket.
Make me proud.
This Outlaw in the hands of Echo is effectively an operator for these first couple rounds.
And that Outlaw from Echo is gonna do just a lot of damage to all of ISU. And I mean they're just playing it passive.
Yeah,
A bit of change of
Purdue
pace.
not really wanting to aggress at all. They know that ISU will have these lower ticket items, which are great at these close ranges. Zank with the shorty could be lethal if anyone decides to go through that choke.
Cutting through.
Echo starting to press up. Sees the jump
Yeah.
peek.
Decoy.
Sees the jump peek from Jockey. And Zank ready with that shorty. But
Allure
what a
seemingly-
great read from Purdue.
Yeah, Allure considering it for a bit, but seemingly clairvoyant. And so
alarm bot.
does not opt to go there at all. So it's going to be an A hit for
Doing
Purdue.
a thing.
Split through Art and Main.
And a bit of a
Zekrom
whiff on
eventually
Zekrom.
finds the kill on Mikhail,
A
but
bit scary, but
not the cleanest, but we'll take those. So Kraken will get this plant down. Echo gonna find Pomo.
Allure finds the jump peek from Zank. Sam gets one. Jockey gets his one as well. It all comes down to Sam and Jockey with just the classic in a dream. And then Echo finishing the job with that dangerous Outlaw, making it 8-6 ahead for Purdue.
Will pick up all that expensive weaponry that they did bring in. So they'll have at least 3 rifles going in, maybe a stinger or 2 for the players that died. Nope, Bulldog. What we gonna get, Hope? What we gonna get? What we thinking?
I think they just want to
Yeah,
try to conserve their economy for next round if they lose. They don't want to they don't want to risk
Allure
any
here
risk
being
on it.
left with just a bandit, but still spreading around the money pretty well.
Recovering it. Need that back.
Purdue looks to head towards B. They send a few players up mid, including Zekrom,
And
who
Zekrom
with this
is in a
stinger on this
great
close
position.
angle could end up finding Zank here if they choose to push.
And with the spot,
Not quite, but the bandit.
and Sam and Kale respond with 2 kills. It's gonna make Purdue's round a bit difficult to capitalize.
Yeah, especially as they head towards this A site once again.
Yeah, and Allure with that swing and a miss onto Zank. Could have gotten a frag, but unfortunately not able to. And Zank just hiding back on Art on that box. Kale getting another kill. Zank could not get it. Just Hope just going up. That Tejo missile will slow things down for Purdue.
30 seconds left.
ISU is still scattered around the map. Purdue are really just trying to find those opening frags to get site control and just trying to secure the round as much as possible. And Hope finds the first
10 seconds
on
left.
this post plant. And just a bit
Just
too late.
barely gets it down before
But
the suck
Hope
comes out.
will get down by Sam. And just a bit close of a round with that initial kill on that site execute
Yeah.
from Hope. But
I do gotta wonder a little bit what the process was there on the Purdue side. I mean, you've got Yoruwele, one of the most aggressive basic team compositions in the game right now, and you're opting on your bonus round to play it slow. I don't really know why we're opting to do that here. You have the weaker weaponry. You've got to really just take the fight to them, and instead they opt to
yeah,
kind of
especially
just
just
default and
playing
fill the map out.
a bit just more aggro, or just play a bit more closer, where you're just trying to opt to. Ooh, and with that initial spray from Jockey will cause a bit of trouble for Echo, going down to only 10 HP. And regarding back to the execute, they could have just play for info with the Yoru TP and with the refract from Wele.
Yeah, they really just haven't been making the best use out of these agents on their attack halves on either of these maps so far.
Hitting the
Hope
brakes.
gonna
Hope will
spot
find
Zink's
one.
shoulder.
And
Him and
with
Allure.
Next.
Find
in a
2 and
flash.
Art. So Hope goes in very quickly, but Purdue is putting...
didn't they spot Jockey? Purdue?
Wondering quite what happened there with that dimensional drift, but it's
Oh,
still
we'll
a
find
3v1.
And
So
no,
it's
come down to Jockey, and Kraken just
able to make it happen.
with those jiggle peaks, able to capitalize. Now going 9-7.
That was really good from Purdue there, taking a situation that could have well ended up in ISU's favor, especially as Joki got those 2 kills, and really just doing what they could to make sure that it didn't end up throwing the round there. So Illinois with a very broken buy here. Gonna be seeing some bandits, sheriffs, maybe a ghost or 2.
It's going to be a safe round for ISU. They're going to try to take away as much guns as possible on their defense. And they have both the Astral Wall and the Nightfall online on Purdue's side. So on their execute, they could utilize that. But at the same time, it's
have
against
the spike.
a save round for ISU. So it'll be much more needed on those
Recalling
buy
my
rounds.
Yeah,
That probably will get
spot
onto
on
Zekrom.
but this is gonna end up being a fake from Purdue here, most likely.
And Echo just trying to spam on that smoke, trying to get any value, but falls back immediately.
That's plenty of util
want to
baited out
fight?
by Purdue. Astral Wall will come out. Hope will once again jump over that vice wall.
Joki
Joki's
will
gonna
find the
find him.
first.
So Kraken a bit afraid.
And
Joki's
Joki
gonna
just-
find a second.
Being the king of the hill, just making sure that side is his, but not able to. And now Zank responds. And it all comes down to Echo and Zekrom. Zekrom getting that first.
They do have the stronger weaponry here. Zank gonna pick up one of those phantoms dropped by the Purdue players.
Killed.
But it doesn't matter. Echo's gonna find him as well. Zekrom gonna find Kale. It's all left down to Pomo. But in a 1v2, he
Last player standing.
might not be able to make it happen. Zekrom, please come up with something here.
And
he is
able to, listening to our prayers. Now double digits for Purdue. A really close round, even though it was a save round from ISU. Jockey being just the just holding side just immaculately with that deagle.
Yeah, really, I think the players that we've got to highlight on this Purdue squad in this second game is really just Zekrom and Echo. They've really woken up compared to how they were playing in that first map. I believe they win 5 and 17, the both of them around there. And so to see how they're doing now, really getting these high impact kills is just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. And that Haunt will spot onto Zekrom. Echo will spot Jockey on that jump peak. But once again, has to be really careful with knowing how aggressive Jockey is. And Zekrom with the with a first kill. The hinder will get onto Jockey, and now the site is theirs for their taking. The spike will go down, and it's gonna be a 5v3 retake on for ISU. It's gonna be real difficult. Having an alarm bot just in case for flank.
Adios.
Hope with a nice tap onto Paulo. Now reducing the numbers to ISU 2. And I think they're just gonna play back. Apparently gonna do a save or trying to get a frag and then get out. But really they're just out of options here.
Yeah, Psalm's looking for any over-aggression by Purdue here, but he won't really find it. Purdue just content
Don't
to
miss me too much.
play pretty slow, but they're gonna end up going into this enemy spawn, so they might still have to contend with these ISU players if they want to get frisky.
And both ISU players are gonna be just stuck onto connector, and both of them don't trade blows, so they will have the saved guns from last round, but at what cost? With the rest of the team being on either broken buys or save
I got
buys.
enough time to
And
go into the astral form.
Yeah,
gonna be, I think, another
technical timeout, presumably
for
for ISU.
Yep, definitely.
I mean, if I'm them, I'm looking at Zank right now. One away from that ult. You're on an eco round. You probably want to try and funnel that A orb into him. Is currently over towards this B site. Probably hasn't quite noticed it yet, but that's at least my guess for what they're gonna try and make going into this 19th round.
Purdue now finally going back, just referencing from the first map, they really have just changed the tides. Now pumped up, going on to now ISU's pick, which is Pearl, which is this map. And I mean, they're just playing really well. They have adapted more to their game style to try to counter how aggressive, in my opinion, ISU is. And ISU has just been roadblocked really against Purdue on both the defensive side on like the first couple of rounds, and then now on the attack half where ISU just won a single round on the defuse.
Absolutely. It feels like Purdue's pretty much playing the exact opposite that ISU was on theirs. They are seemingly just not necessarily alternating, but throwing in a good mix of both sites, and so ISU is having to spread themselves thin
But
across
look
the
at
entire
this.
map.
ISU have opted to just go a lot more aggro. Echo will be spotted by Zing, and he TPs immediately back out, knowing that there's at least one just way pushed up. Then Purdue just gonna take the site for themselves, clearing all of sight. Oh, Hope catches onto Jockey. Jockey did not respond. Echo being pushed far back onto Flowers or Garden.
Nightfall does come out.
Palmer response. Kale as well. It's going to be a 3v4 now. Allure still on the site. Allure with a nice kill, equalizing numbers now.
Last
Echo could not
player
capitalize,
standing.
and it all comes down to Zekrom.
Gonna find the first,
Enemy
as
Find
well
the
as the second.
And it all comes down to Palmo and Zekrom with beautiful positioning,
Genius doesn't stop in the
finishing the job, showing that
Match
Zekrom
point.
still got it.
Wonderfully played there by Zekrom. Just taking those fights one by one, not giving ISU a chance to trade.
Recalling my boss.
Absolutely beautiful, and that'll be map point for Purdue, looking to tie the series 1-1.
Yeah, and Purdue also have online their KJ ult
Don't
and
overthink
their
it.
diversion
That's
paths.
my job.
So executing, especially onto B, with that just long just street, it's gonna be super effective.
But Purdue opts to slow it down, just feel out the map. They don't want to get too antsy.
Yeah, and once again, ISU is gonna opt for this aggressive play. Echo aware that Zing could be on the left side. The Echo responds with the first kill on this round. Blinds on Kale, almost getting on Palmo.
Teleport. Cutting through.
And now with the dimensional drift coming online, scouring through the site. Can he find anyone? Finds Pomo. Now going on to street and just clearing it.
But the Armageddon has isolated him from his teammates.
Finds Pomo, could not connect. Allure getting onto Pomo. Just trading ults back and forth, direction paths now, trying to get one more frag in. And Jockey and Som are the only survivors.
Yeah.
And their only hope
All
for
of
ISU.
these ults being committed. Purdue needs to win this round pretty immediately. And it's going to be a 5v1. Jokey, the last hope of ISU in this map 2. Gonna
Jockey
find
getting
Echo.
the first frag, but there's a long way to go, Jockey. The scan will get
get
spotted,
marked,
and Kraken, with the final blow of the map, will secure the second map, 13-7 against ISU.
And so after that, we will end up going to bind after all.
And
I gotta admit, it wasn't looking good coming out of map 1, and even for those first few rounds of map 2. But Purdue really was just able to finally wake up and bring it together as a team going into the second half of this game.
yeah, certainly they have really just try to get their mental up as much as possible, and especially since Corrode is one of their most well played maps, where they just feel more comfortable. And now just passing that on onto Pearl, where if I'm not mistaken, the last time, like last week, they got 9-3'd. Like,
Yeah, it was quite unfortunate, that 9-3 curse.
yeah, the 9-3 curse was just I lost the words, which made them uncomfortable. But they were able to capitalize on both Corrode maps. But there's still a third map coming up, going on to Bind, and I mean Purdue has now shifting now their attention onto just trying to secure that third map. Let's see if Purdue will continue their streak or will ISU capitalize on that last map. We'll see you in a bit. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from that small break. We're going just straight forward onto the decider map, which is going to be Bind.
Yeah, the bind's really exciting. This semester so far, I believe we've only seen Purdue play the Corrode and the Pearl. I believe maybe one Haven, which didn't look all that good. But the bind is a new map, very exciting. It's not Corrode for the 40th time in a row. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them play Split, which in some cases they worked, some cases they didn't. A bit as well Split, but Bind is more of a new territory especially for our viewers. So it's gonna be a great game, especially now going onto the team competition. We're gonna have online
Double controller Astra Viper on the bind is certainly a choice. It's one that I'm kind of here for, honestly.
Yeah. So what I've heard is really just gonna be a lot of just util dumping, just trying to overwhelm them and try to get sight as much as possible, like trying to just control the map with that util.
I mean, yeah, that's what it looks like from these compositions. Gonna see double controller, double initiator, one duelist from Purdue here. Echo on the Sky is gonna be just quite possibly the most annoying person ever with those flashes. The Echo coming off of that Yoru, having really good flashes there. So going onto that Sky, it's only going to be even more deadly. And Kraken on that Teo is going to be able to create so much more space than he ever would on a Scan Initiator.
Yeah, and now going on to ISU, they're gonna have a more of a hybrid usual comp that we see on like bind teams. We're gonna have the Brim, which covers a lot of site, either A or B, and it lasts a ton. And then we're gonna have the Cypher, which in my case it's alright, but especially with the nerf, you kind of have to play kind of more into around it.
Yeah,
Just
all the
play more closer
Sentinels
to it.
have just taken a bit of a dip, especially on bind here, aside from maybe that Chamber, which was maybe looking like it was going to be locked in for Jokey, but not quite. I'm personally really excited to see the Rays again. I have my qualms with the current Waylay meta. I don't think it's very interesting to watch, but Rays I'll always be here for no matter what.
Yeah, it is definitely, I guess, repetitive to see Waylay on all the maps, but it's great. It's a great asset to have onto the team. And now going on to the round immediately, we're gonna have almost a full stack onto B. Hope gonna be hindered. Hope getting that first shot. Echo also responding, reducing the numbers to 3.
One enemy remaining.
2-1 now, and it comes out to kill. Echo whiffing a bit, but securing the first round on the map for Purdue.
Yeah, and that'll be Purdue's second pistol in this series. And I mean, we saw how things went after their last map, second half. It really just kind of snowballed, and it felt like everything was going Purdue's way. So again, we're going to see Purdue take full advantage of everything in this second round of their half. Hope going to be picking up this Outlaw, which once again on these light buy rounds with the team, that's effectively an operator for nearly half the price.
Now I was just going to change their pace towards a main. No one going to be on showers. It's going to be probably just a full man rush onto A. The orb is going to be collected, but both teams are going to play it slow. Allura will spot onto Zank. Zank will just satchel in, and what a great missile, but could not connect. Zank almost getting the second kill, trying to get that gun back, but not able to. Purdue up in numbers. Kraken
Really trying to make anything more happen with this Stinger. 3 enemies at close range.
Kraken on the
and he's
ace,
able to find it.
and Kraken with another ace, all right off the bat on bind, just beaming down on lamps, and ISU did not have a response. Just trying to take
even
Kraken
with
down.
a Stinger of their own, they weren't able to make anything happen. But going into this third round, ISU will have noticeably stronger weapons than Purdue.
And Kraken already just 2 away from his ult. That's going to be just insane value if collected early on. And he will accomplish that now just 1 orb away. So if he gets it on this round, this can be a make or break difference to be ahead of ISU real early, especially on their buy round.
Satchel out.
And they're gonna start their execute.
They're grown with this judge.
Well,
Not gonna quite find anything.
yeah, he got the tag onto Kale, but not being able to retaliate. Jockey getting his one as well. Kale responding now. Echo trying to find
Echo and
one.
Hope, but
Hope finds. Try to get back. Get 2. And Hope also getting his 2, and it all comes down of Hope and Jockey. And he accomplishes it! On their gun round, on Purdue's bonus, they were able to capitalize, and now they're gonna have a snowball just already starting for them.
yeah, I mean,
Straight out the gate.
Let's look at these Purdue players: 6-1, 5-1, 4-1. Yeah, you've got 2 players sitting on 0 right now, but the effort they're putting in is just still astronomical. We're seeing these holds from Zekrom and Allure, although they're not quite getting the kills themselves. They're still finding such immense value, even in just these site holds.
Yeah, especially with the double smoke comp, you have to be aware of these like lurks or plays that they can do with the wall, with the orb smokes, and with the Astra pull, and then Hope immediately getting his first frag on the round. And Zank just topping around. And just Hope getting onto Zank, retaliating. Zekrom trying to get back to safety. Still playing it close. Kale and Pomo are still trying to sight in. Zekrom will get full blinded, but they're still stuck onto Hookah. Kraken with the Tejo. We'll find a little bit of value. Sommed with the wall bang getting onto Echo. 4v3 now. Does Purdue still have the upper hand with the gunpowder? Kraken getting immediately just with the sound cue, and then Zekrom cleaning it up. Now 4-0 for Purdue.
Just looking absolutely wonderful for Purdue so far. Hope gonna maybe want to, exchanging this outlaw for an operator.
And I'm pretty, I guess on ISU they're gonna have a broken buy or somewhat of a, they're gonna have a save or broken buy on this round. We're not entirely sure because of the overlay just not cooperating with us. Sorry in advance. And Hope just finding the first frag once again, just causing immense problem. Zekrom struggling a bit.
To hit the boom bot, but does find it eventually. And with 4 people in front of him, just
finding 4 there on Hookah.
So it'll be all locations revealed. The divergent paths will be ripped by Hope. Will slow down ISU even just the slightest bit.
And that blind will cause problems. But Hope and Echo are still here to respond. Zing gets one finally. Misses the shot. And Jockey now making it equal for ISU. 2-2 now. Allure and Kraken. They still have a lot of youth to play with.
With this plant, Zing
Spike planted.
should have this showstopper. It could be absolutely lethal if he knows where to place it.
Allure just scaling up on elbow bit by bit and gets the kill onto Zank. It all comes down to Jockey now. That is still holding all the way back on Garden.
Purdue has no knowledge does still have the camera as well. Will get tagged.
Last player standing.
So Kraken knows vaguely where he's at, pops out of the smoke, and is able to find
just a
him.
great positioning play by Kraken, playing out of the tap and just following the tracers around to get Jockey.
That'll be 5-0 for Purdue, looking purely dominant on this map of Bind. I mean, this Bind so far just looks really, really drilled for Purdue. It's looking absolutely just... It looks like a walk in the park so far.
And now going on to the 6th round, and trading blows from both Waylays. If we could see the POV, thank you very much. Both Waylays trading blows, but cannot capitalize.
Almost finds the leg there. And the Trailblazer does come out as well. Zank popping in, rips the showstopper. Could
And
find
Hope just
Hope.
trying to get out of there immediately.
Rest
but
in peace,
Zank-
Hope. They got hit by a bazooka. Really. And so, it's going to be a 4v5 going into this post plan.
And Allure, with that stun, could capitalize, but not able to get a frag on it. Kraken just trying to get as much possible info and util dumping them.
Does send out the drone, but is only able to find the first. Kale going to take down Allure as Kraken spots out Palmo. So the divergent paths is ripped in the face of Purdue. Zank and Kale going to make it a 1v4.
You know, it comes down to Zekrom. Is he able to capitalize? He gets
Gonna find
one
the first,
but not able to
quite anything
capitalize
else.
on that round. And now ISU, first time on the board on this map. Ali just relieving a bit of pressure now.
Yeah, but Purdue Kraken somehow being broke. Not quite sure how that happened, but apparently it did. But yeah, Purdue still most like gonna be looking pretty good for the most part. Though they have been dying quite a lot in these rounds, so economy isn't in the perfect position. And as we're gonna be seeing 2 judges picked up, but with a map like Bind, that judge can find
And
pretty
Kale,
much whatever
who tried to
value you want.
refract, seeing on Kraken, not able to. Not catching that timing. And now it's like, is he able to just predict that judge? He will, but will get immediately traded by Allure, and Allure just
Allure, as
holding
soon
a
as his
great
cage
angle,
goes
but the
down.
Molly will push them back, and Kraken going down to only 6-9 health. Allure holding the angle on the door, but Jockey finishes the job. And now it comes down to a 3v4 retake for Purdue. Kraken could catch some and just Kale playing it close on the flash and not able to get any more. ISU getting their 2nd round.
Yeah, really ISU, if they're able to get in with pretty much all their bodies intact, Purdue just haven't been able to dismantle that 5-man site hold that they've been playing with over on the A site.
Yeah, certainly. And ISU starting bit by bit, getting some answers against the Purdue defense. So it's just based upon like who can adapt better and just positioning. The cam will be used, but nothing will be spotted of a alert. And Echo getting
Just
the kill onto
barely.
Zank. Surviving on just
4
single
looks
digit.
like.
Grenade is live.
And Kraken.
Yeah, just
Kraken.
forgetting that does just the tiniest bit of damage now, and in their shock, they're taken down by Kale. Palmo finding Lure as well. That makes it a 2v4. As Purdue
Yeah, and
tries
Hope
to
is
make
gonna
anything
just
happen.
hug that wall, trying to just
One enemy
clear, but
remaining.
Palmo immediately responds, and it comes down to only Zekrom finding Palmo, but cannot connect the shot. Reloading now, and it's just gonna be really difficult, overwhelming. Just
Not going to be able to make anything happen. That'll be a third
unloading
going the way of
the
ISU
mag.
in a row. All that Purdue momentum nearly gone. Hope gonna pick up the op once again now that they have the money, but Purdue is unable to make anything happen here. They're gonna be pretty much broke.
And Hope once again with the op, which caused a lot of trouble on Pearl, which was just a powerhouse using it. So that hold that Hope will have is gonna bring a lot of damage against ISU. And I hope it's gonna scale up aggroing onto it, but Jockey fast on
That'll
the
be
trigger.
the operator down. That big ticket item taken out pretty immediately. Not what you want to see if you're Purdue.
Really, both teams have just slowed it down. There's this cut noise, especially on ISU. Probably going back onto the Decom. Wants to just aggro on Hookah. Cannot capitalize onto Zank. Just a bit of a body
I
shot.
know exactly where you
So
And
it'll
there's
be,
a narrow
it'll be
theft
3v5 as narrow
being
theft comes out. Purdue looking
Spike
to
planted.
maybe just want to save here, but Purdue-
Looks like ISU is just trying to be aggro, but Kraken
My
responds.
ultimate is ready.
And unless they really want to try for this, I think they're just going to try to get their frags in to reduce damage done.
Yeah, that smoke is right on top of that operator. Could pick it up if they want, but someone's gonna find
Tom-
Kraken first.
And the operator will be picked up again by Echo, and I think they're going to opt to just save it. Allure getting that kill. And a little bit of a win from Allure.
That
Oh
was
my.
Make sure to
Not
follow
the
my
best.
hacking. They'll lead
Um,
us towards the
To
enemy.
put it blunt, put it a little bit nicely, but
Allure. We don't talk about it. Yeah.
nothing happened. Nothing
Nothing happened, and I'm pretty sure, yep. I think just trying to like calm down a bit. I think Allure was just really shaking about like the first couple of shots and just started to spray and pray.
Yeah, really Purdue in this timeout. It's just, I think the thing that's really just gone that way, I said it earlier, they're not really getting these opening picks anymore. They're not playing quite as aggressive as they need to. Again, we saw Hope go down that B long, maybe a little bit too aggressive there, but I think Purdue really needs to just start taking a little bit more control and holding a little bit deeper angles, because right now they're really just letting ISU get those first picks, and Purdue's just not able to handle these retakes if it's a 5v3 not in their favor.
Yeah, and realistically, it looks like it's gonna be just a reverse sweep for ISU.
Yeah.
Purdue
This
now
is
not
their
being able to
opportunity
adapt.
to tie it up, but Purdue putting some pings on the A site, maybe wanting to make something happen. They're sending 4 people there, so
But right now, currently, if ISU will execute, it's gonna be a great read from Purdue, since it's gonna be an insanely stacked
Back in a flash.
site. That cam will go online. It will tag Zaint. He will leave unscathed. He will leave just barely just surviving. Kraken about to just pop that tail ult. It's gonna clear that
Armageddon
lane.
could be deadly here. Trailblazer comes out, does get slowed. Orbital strike and the Armageddon being utilized. Allure just too stunned to know where to aim. Jokey gonna take out Echo, and it's left to the 3v5.
Spike planted.
It's exactly what Purdue didn't want. They made that aggressive play early. Zekrom's gonna find the first, but Kale will
A
take
great
down Hope.
angle. Kraken finds onto Psalm and onto Jockey, but not finishing the job. Still holding quite a bit close, but they're aware of
Player
cracking
standing.
on lamps, and yeah, it's gonna be. They're just anchored. There's nowhere to
He's able
go.
to take down one, but that's probably all he's gonna be able to hope for. And yeah, Jokey.
ISU
Kraken.
in the first time in this map will equalize 5-5. It was
Purdue
also
has
Purdue's
just
save with a buy of, yeah, it was a single buy.
and yeah, but Purdue's just slowed down so much. The momentum shift is as apparent as ever. 5 rounds in a row for ISU after Purdue got 5 of their own.
And Jockey once again just showing a great performance in terms of KD
I've got your
for the
trail.
team. So now the Cabbages are gonna start searching on A. And they're gonna be aware of all of them. Just most of them are gonna be A. Zekrom really needs to just try to hold this as much as possible. And it's just gonna. He gets one, surprisingly, but Hummel responds back. Then
Spike
Kraken
planted.
ready with those missiles online to just clear out on site.
Urgent pass will be used as well. Hope not gonna quite find Zank.
Echo, a bit of a shaky aim, but could capitalize on the kill. Hummel gun in his third, Jockey, and then it comes down to Allure. And
Has isolated
In the
these
two.
1v1s, but Jokey quick with the trigger, not gonna let anything happen.
ISU now ahead on
Last round
Bind,
in the
6-5. And with the buy round of Purdue, just not enough firepower, supposedly, in Purdue's side.
This goes here.
Especially the fact that they gambled on an A execute once again. But
Yeah, we're gonna
it's
see
a wrong call.
Illinois probably just head for this A site once again in this last round. All ults not on the field, but
But it's going to be a great Viper's Tit to try
very
to cover
early.
as much as possible.
Showstopper gets popped immediately though. Looking to find Allure, or probably looking
It
to
was
find
you.
Zekrom, but
The initial pick was onto Zekrom, but Zekrom just scurries out to get the equalizer onto Zank. And it's going to be a
So-
4v4 retake for Purdue. Kale is going to hold a great angle. Spotted Kale. Pope gets the first frag, gets the second with just the pommel, none the wiser, looking the other way. And it all comes down to his to Jockey and to Sam.
Enemy standing.
Now it's just Sam with the Molly lineup. Gets
find
one.
the first. A lot of these players are low because that Molly is able to find two.
They
with
were.
Zekrom.
Whoa! I thought that was gonna be a call out. That scared me a bit. That startled me.
So it'll be an even game going into this second half.
Switching sides.
Even again, once again, switching sides. Purdue. Let's see what Purdue has to offer with on their attack side with the amount of utility that they have to clear and to just overwhelm them. Let's see how like that team composition comes into play. And ISU, I mean, they have the
They do have a dedicated
Sentinel.
Sentinel, which is in theory stronger on defense, but again,
usually in this map you don't have a sentinel. You usually have just
yeah, you
a
usually just
double
run
smokes.
run the double controller. So the Cypher is a bit of an oddity in Purdue's eyes.
That
Trailblazer gonna
will
find a few.
Need that back.
Cypher Cam just gets immediately destroyed.
And it's only gonna be Jockey inside. So if they execute quickly, Purdue will have the site pretty much for free.
That's exactly what it's looking to be like.
And that heal coming online from Echo will do wonders for them. Zekrom holding a great angle onto Hookah, holding down, but
Not quite
Zank
able to find Zane.
being really
Last
fast on
player
it. Palmo
standing.
as well responding. Allure with a bit of a whiff.
A 1v4, what can you hope for? Nothing much.
And ISU getting the pistol round in a bit of a while. They're ahead in just a single round, 6-7.
And so yeah, that'll be ISU taking a real quick lead in this second half. It is just one round, but could be all that they need to start a snowball.
I got yous, okay?
So Purdue opting for most likely just a full save.
Toxins going up.
I think they are. They're gonna have a bit of a detail to work with, but
Here.
they're just
toxin screen
limited
down.
options. The wall will try to make some question marks for ISU. Hope will get spotted from the Trailblazer,
But
but
Echo there.
Echo
is-
will help on the. Oh, okay, and Zekrom, what is happening? ISU just crumbling apart on on their buy round, and it all
Jokey
comes down to
left
Jokey.
to make something happen in a 1v5. Maybe gonna find one, maybe 2 kills with the Spectre.
It finds one on Hope, and Zekrom
Zekrom with
also on
1
1
HP.
HP. It's gonna be difficult for Jockey if he wants to really try to aggro. Maybe try to remove some of the guns at play. Jockey will get Kraken just low, but Kraken re-aggroing just once again equalizing the scoreboard 7-7.
And that was just a beautiful counterplay round there from Purdue, inserting Zekrom up into that little cubby, just absolutely putting so many question marks on the map for ISU. And then it was really just that opening kill onto Zinc by Echo, just immediately shutting down the push and just further aggressing in pretty immediately.
Yeah, definitely. And
Isolate
the
them
fact
and
that
kill them.
they only got a single kill on their buy round
Right there.
just creates a bit of a question mark on how they were on their team composition, on their hold on site. So now they're gonna have again just a full just hold on A and just having Jockey, the sole survivor, on B, which in theory would work, is working, but just having the Sentinel, it's somewhat just creates a bit
Don't
of a
miss it
question
too
mark.
much.
And just that one person, just Echo, draws 2 additional players to the B site.
Too bad.
But Hope will quickly draw them back, most like. Land's gonna go down for Kraken, wanting to get that Armageddon on pretty early. Allure peeks into a shorty, gets away with his life.
And just Zing surviving on 10 HP.
Slow down.
Well, Hinder will not get nothing, but Hope will find onto Sam.
One
Zekrom
enemy
getting
remaining.
2 now. It all comes to Zink on just so low HP. It's only on 1. Can he find something? Not
That'll
able
be a
to.
flawless, not even bonus round really for Purdue. They took most of those guns into that round for pretty much free, and it's just such a turnaround for Purdue these past couple of rounds. Just whatever magic they were able to pull in round 14 could have very well set them up to just win this game pretty handedly.
Yeah,
ISU looked honestly just so confused at what had even happened in round 14 that they weren't able to make anything happen in round 15.
yeah. It's just they really could not just work around on their buy round. They were just, especially with Purdue creating so many question marks on their smokes, just hard for them to work around. Things just holding this angle and hope getting dropped. And
Dang,
getting
just peeks a
blinded
little
by
bit
the
too early
teammate.
there. Saving Kraken's life.
Will the trade players to spot him? Yes, they will.
So most of these ISU players are on
Launching
this
smoke.
A site, but the spike hasn't really committed to either of them yet. Kind of just wandering in through the non-existent mid on bind.
Yeah,
trying to
right now.
feel out and
just
decide where they should go.
Purdue just creating
Here.
those question marks on where they want to end up against ISU. They have most of ISU is just gonna be pushed up, and now the execute is gonna finally go
Toxin screen down.
30
And-
seconds left.
pushing back ISU to play back on retake. The bomb will try to stick. Yes, it will. And Kraken trying to re-aggress onto showers, but Zane very aware of it. Will
So it's a-
hold it.
3v5 going into this
Screen
post
down.
plant, but Purdue kind of just situated up in U-Haul with just a lure.
Toxins going up.
They're playing on the
Last
stars.
player
Zink gonna
standing.
find two, and it's all down to a lure.
Blasting them.
And Zane just quick on the trigger, finding 4 heads that round, equalizing the score once again. And
Yeah,
it's just a great hold from Zane on that round.
absolutely. That 5-man retake from ISU is really just what allowed them to take the victory there. Purdue just lost far too many players in the early round. Just wasn't able to make anything happen after that.
Yeah, Purdue did have the upper hand, especially on the second round of this half, but in the end,
So
doesn't
we're
even
gonna
matter.
see them just feel out the map a little bit more. 3 on B, 2 on A.
Toxins going up.
Cam will be
Zekrom,
shotted immediately.
ever present in A short, just wanting to create as many question marks as he can in ISU's mind.
Drone will come out from Kraken, just try to scan through.
Toxin screen down.
Zekrom pushing ever so slightly onto main, try to aggro. Does hear the jump spot from
Toxins going up.
Kale. Echo will try to dog as
destroyed.
well. Finds
Toxin
one
screen
onto
down.
Zank.
Amo here. Does get spotted out by Zekrom, but not able to make anything happen off of it.
Yeah, Zekrom with a little bit of a delay on his reaction time. But we'll get that info. And the rest of the team will try to aggro onto A. And let's see how they will play it out. The Tehold will go online.
Doing a thing.
Hope in going straight through the smoke
Bye.
and just refracting back.
30 seconds left.
With 30 seconds left, Purdue doesn't know where to put this spike. They're heading it back over towards B, which is the correct call. They sufficiently drawed most of ISU in.
Too easy.
And
But
now
with
the
that
jig is
kill-
up. Now they know that they're gonna plant onto B with just 10 seconds on the clock. They
10 seconds left.
Need to make
just a bit close, have
anything
enough
happen.
time, and the showstopper's gonna come online.
Be punished.
Did it connect?
My ult's ready.
Deacon's trying to find a kill. The showstopper did not find. Kale gets one,
remaining.
but Zekrom and Hope responds to only just one, and just a not a flawless, but a great just play by Purdue, going now in the upper hand.
Yeah, the second half has really been back and forth so far. Purdue taking
should
2,
probably play
ISU
some
tying it
stars
up,
in the
and
astral
Purdue
plane.
once again taking the lead. But honestly, I gotta say that despite how close it is, Purdue is looking like a much better team on this bind than ISU is.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They have just, I think the key composition, especially regarding with just creating those question marks around the map,
Need that back.
causes some problems. And ISU is gonna opt to just be just a lot more aggressive on a main, but they don't want
Yeah, Purdue is
to
not
just
biting
over
so
aggro.
far.
But Zekrom really needs to
Needs
check
to pop
on
this
the
wall.
left. That's not. And KO with a straight spray transfer, getting 2.
But Zinc with this Bucky is gonna push through.
Kraken
nearly
getting to
gonna
the
find
smoke.
it.
Not that lure, just
Down
a
A.
little bit slow. But finalizes it on the wall bang. Echo could try to catch someone off guard.
It's a 2v4. Purdue heavily outnumbered. Hitting into a site with 3 people on it. Brimstone one way comes out. Echo ready with the flash.
30 seconds left.
Sends it out, jumps out. Kale gonna find him though.
And Allure just a bit too shaky.
Take a minute. Focus on your breathing.
Yeah, and just
Helps with your aim.
unfortunate just timing on Allure on that round. Allure could have helped onto I'm pretty sure it was Kraken that was also holding that. But Zing with those satchels just was flying through and just shot him straight on the face.
Yeah, after Zekrom was killed, they just never really expected anything.
Now once again, equalized on the scoreboard. Kraken immediately gonna drone for that info for showers. The Trailblazer will also come online, trying to scour through the site and the entrance of lamps.
I've got your trail.
The ult will gonna be popped. Hope will immediately dash in. Can he find someone?
Divergent path
And the
will be
Viper
ripped.
Pig gonna come in. The diversion path. And Allure now quick on the flick.
And it's all left down to Jokey. Allure almost taking himself out on that
And now it's
Brimstone Molly.
and it all comes down to Jockey all the way in heaven. But really, what can you do? Finding on Kraken.
The Kraken is able to return. That's a pretty dominant round win for Purdue. They're able to keep that energy, maybe stop this back and forth. Because right now, it looks like we might be going to overtime on map 3.
Hey, you might never know on how these matches go. It kind of go both ways. So, realistically speaking,
But Purdue, the groundwork laid, the social conditioning having been done, they throw this wall to 5 men. Hopefully rush B.
There.
Waylay do waylay things.
good. Try to catch on. Hope just gonna follow through with the Trailblazer.
Locating target.
Also with Kale just holding real,
All missiles away.
and then Hope just dashing through. Can he find onto a Jockey all the way back? But Jockey's just gonna just immediately just fall back.
So it's going to be a 5-man post plant on both sides.
You are divided.
But Kale and Hookah has not been discovered yet.
The wall is gonna be placed.
There.
That's from Purdue, yeah. It's just a questionable wall, but it does work. It's
Yeah,
just
it
covering
really
that
only
spawn.
blocks off that CT. But if that's what they need, sure, go for it.
Echo will catch onto Kale, not onto Jockey. Zekom also responds, and it all comes down to only Som. Oh. It was a bit close. But Purdue now going 11/9 of ISU. And now going on to the potential final buy round of ISU. They really need to make this count to have a chance of going on the upper hand against Purdue. And once again, ISU is just gonna opt for this just 4A and then a single jockey onto B. Purdue has spread a bit thinner now, having Allure just be on the lurk. Gonna catch anyone off guard.
Looks like he's trying to catch anyone that goes for that A Showers orb. Knows
Recovering it. Taking that
that
back.
perhaps ISU has some crucial ults on the line, but nothing yet.
Yeah, both teams have to play just really passively right now. And it comes down to the wire. Already just
I've got your
40
trail.
seconds left. And now the Cabbages are going to go online, just going to scour the whole, hindering himself. It's no problem. The trip will be
30
triggered.
seconds left.
Putting some question marks, and that's going to draw all the rotates from ISU. And then Purdue has just the Cypher free. They really need to
ISU
plan soon.
Quick on the rotate.
10 seconds
They only have 10 seconds to plan. We'll be able to. No, they only have 6.
Spike down A.
Spike carrier.
Last
No.
player standing.
Oh my god, it's just been a back and forth. ISU barely hanging on.
But Hope is able to find one consolation kill in the end.
And whew,
11 to 10.
I mean, it was
Ever
like
back and forth.
they drew the rotates really well, but if Kraken just planted a bit sooner,
Maybe just gave his life for the
just a
cause.
tiny bit sooner, they would have accomplished a spike planted, and now making it a lot more difficult for ISU.
But that was a lot of crucial ults taken off the board for
Need that
ISU.
back.
So despite Purdue not having any ults of their own, they
Scout
should
destroyed.
be able to make something happen here.
Yeah, once again, they're gonna create some pressure onto B, where now there is Song to accompany him, but he would just get immediately shut down. Zekrom finds a trip from Zaki, trying to spray down. The flash will come online, just blinding. Finds
Lost
the
the
gun onto
barrel.
Jockey, but Jockey still accomplishes the kill. Hope! You gotta keep shooting, man, until you get the kill. And it all comes down to Zank on elbow. Are they aware? Zank gets the first kill, and now it
Spike
comes down to a
down, B.
1v2 scenario.
I have the spike.
And now Hope is gonna just do a little tap. Oh!
30 seconds left.
Capitalize. He finds the head, and now it's gonna be map and series point for Purdue.
Can't use that yet.
They're ever
Match point.
so closely to get their win against ISU, which it's somewhat their arch nemesis. So this would be a big
1
win for
second,
them
peeps. I
if
gotta
they
visit
can
Astral to
finish
play
it off.
Stars.
So, going into this map in series point, Kraken will have that Armageddon. It could be incredibly useful for Purdue.
And immediately the
the
showstopper is gonna be
showstopper.
online, but look at the spike is just gonna be in the center where every one of ISU is gonna be played.
We do seem to have given the enemy the spike. I don't know if this was quite the plan, but it's where we're at now.
I mean, they're just util dumping, which might work, but Zank gets 3 somehow with with the shotgun.
Emitting.
That Bucky just being just the world of pain against Purdue.
Poison's off.
Now Alert could catch a great timing, but he's opting to go back onto spawn. Zekrom just holding that off angle just ever so closely. And Allure just trying to get that info. Probably get that lurk in. Oh, and the alarm bot does not scan Zekrom. That could be a great opportunity for him to try to get the bomb back.
Concealment.
But Zekrom will be
30
spotted
seconds left.
from Som. And seeing Allure.
Allure.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
he
Gonna
was
be
looking
found by
there, but
Joki.
not able to. And Zink with the 4K responding to. Like, I'm just.
I'm wondering
I'm baffled
what went
about
wrong.
why did Purdue
Why-
leave the bomb in the center.
Yeah, it just they left the bomb. If they wanted to not have bomb off
Need
the
a
bat,
drop.
that's fine. But leaving it so close to the buy barrier is
Yeah.
just, especially on such a small map too.
Breathe deep.
Just that's a recipe for disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, and now going to the probably the last round if ISU does not capitalize. They really need this to hit overtime. Hope could scan onto Jockey. Jockey just tries to dodge the flash. And Allure go bit by bit. Hope just one away from the divergent pass. And with Som on the way to help.
Go ahead. Stand your ground.
And just Jockey just just so confused. Could not capitalize. Hope
Divergent
with the
pass.
diversion pass a little bit early, but could catch the timing. Great timing onto Zane, but is he aware of Kill as well? He isn't. There's a bit of a tag though. It's gonna be 4 versus 3, making it ISU now in the hot seat. Now making it equal. Kale, Hope holding this close angle onto Pomo and Som if he notices it, but
One
no,
enemy remaining.
not able to. And
He's
it all
just
comes
done.
down to just a simple Kale.
Last player
And
standing.
gets the wall bang.
But he tucks back into the
Kraken
smoke.
just trying to be just a bit. And wow, Kale with the nerves of steel. Insane. Securing the OT for ISU.
And so, as we leave regulation, ISU having brought it back
To the above.
from what looked to be a first 5 dominant Purdue rounds to now overtime. Hope gonna be picking up this operator. A big ticket item in overtime is a bit of a gamble, but
There.
if there's anything we've seen Hope be able to do, it's use this operator well.
Yeah, definitely. And Hope is gonna play in a strange angle, playing it a bit just in an unexpected place where you see an op. So this could
Don't
catch
miss me too much.
ISU off guard. And just a great first frag from Hope.
But Zekrom on this close line as well. Gonna find Kale. Bird comes in. Barrel spotted by Allure.
And
Allure
Allure responding back, and it all already comes down to only Jockey. And Jockey finally gets the
located.
kill onto Hope. Hope with a bit of a whiff.
Camera does go up and Echo realizes it.
Jockey
get
just trying to
spammed just a
spam through
little
the
bit.
smoke.
Won't quite be found just yet.
Jockey still has a way to go to try to get back. And like, what can you do against the amount of youth that Purdue has to play with?
I mean,
Match
in that
point.
situation, you're a
Don't sit
1v3,
down. Not done
even
yet.
without the util, you'd normally just be screwed. But with that specific set of agents, there's really nothing you can hope
You
for.
just gotta ask the Lord above if there's any chance. But now the hot seat will be onto ISU. They need to get this round to their hands to go again onto OT, or this will be into Purdue's hands for the series. And once again, with this
Taking
wall
that back.
and the orb, gonna create some question marks onto A with the split onto B. But look at this. Look at this change of pace from ISU. They have now opted to just stack onto B.
Back in a flash.
where
That will
it could have
be
been different. And Hope
very
try to get
unexpected.
one, and it does on Jockey. That's just a perfect dive.
And crucially, that saturate hasn't been used yet, so it's able to be used for the main exec. Purdue just gonna wait out a lot of this ISU util.
And
Nope, they're
yeah,
opting
definitely.
to go
That's
to
gonna
A.
draw the rotate since the jig is up from ISU since they know they're gonna be stacked now onto B. The divergent paths.
Them down.
Try to
He
catch
doesn't
off
clear
guard,
it.
but
He doesn't clear.
but Zeke is hindered
Dang.
and slow. Did not get the kill, and it all comes down to a 5v3 retake for ISU. But ladies and gentlemen, with what we've seen before, anything could happen. All of ISU eyes him back in CT, 1 in heaven, 2 on the elbow back side. Hope
Gonna find
reducing
Kale.
the numbers to just
One
2.
enemy remaining.
Now 1. It all comes to the Palmer, and no, Purdue
Attackers win.
defeating their nemesis against ISU. They did a great performance in the end.
And that'll be them taking the first NECC match of the season.
And
in
what a
not
great
dominant
way.
fashion, but
What a great way to win a series. I mean, the first match against their arch nemesis. And then just having a battle between back and forth, a Corrode being dominated ISU, and then Purdue switching the tide onto the second map, and just a close game onto Bind. I mean, what can you ask for just competitive Valorant?
I mean, it was so wonderful, and especially looking forward to the future of this Purdue team. We saw them take a bit of a step back on Corrode. That's a bit concerning for sure, but the Pearl looked very, very good compared to last week. And the Bind, even though it was very, very close, it looked like it was a good, just, they knew the map well. It was just that ISU knew it equally as well.
Yeah, and also, I mean, just diving into the fact that Purdue Gold won. Also, their secondary team, Purdue Black, has also won their series respectively. And I mean, it's a great day to be a Purdue Valorant fan.
Yeah, it's a great day to be a Boilermaker, but you have anything else? Any final words, TPK?
I mean, I just gotta say the team competition that I've seen from just comparing it from last semester has improved, especially with the new roster and the subs that they have. They have a lot of potential in coming onto this season, and I think they're gonna do way better than last season.
Yeah, but you'll just have to wait and see. We'll be back here next Monday with more NECC Purdue Valorant. Until then, this is Valorant at Purdue, signing off.